A champion show dog was sickened and died a horrible death. Its dog food is suspected.
Now the woman who bred the Scottish deerhound named Zeus is on a campaign to find out how and why and to protect other dogs. She went to KDKA lead investigator Andy Sheehan.
Come on, get it.
The Scottish poet Sir Walter Scott described them as the most perfect creature of heaven. And when they retired from Alcoa years ago, Karen Winter and her husband Eric began breeding the gentle giant known as the Scottish deerhound.
We've made this wonderful network of people that have got us involved in showing the dogs, in lure coursing and racing the dogs. In our retirement, we've traveled all over the United States, coast to coast, and Canada.
She smells my dogs, huh?
She's bred many regal show dogs, but perhaps her favorite of all has been Zeus, a grand champion who became sickened a week ago Friday after eating a new shipment of dog food.
By early Saturday morning, he was violently ill, and I paged my veterinarian and rushed him in.
Over the next day and a half, she says Zeus vomited and convulsed, contorting and inflaming his spleen that needed to be removed. When he died Sunday afternoon, Winter recalled that while Zeus had eaten the food, the other dogs had smelled it and walked away. She checked the bag and saw it had passed its expiration date by 2 months.
I wish I had checked that bag before I ever fed it, and I didn't. I missed that it was expired. I wish he had not had to endure what he endured for 36 hours before he died. It's a horrible, really horrible death.
He had his annual physical probably 2 weeks ago. Blood work at that time was perfect. He was a perfectly happy, healthy dog.
Winter and her veterinarian, Melissa Volstofer, say they have both heard from other owners whose dogs were sickened by the food, and they have sent a sample to the University of Missouri for testing. Volstofer believes it had developed mold and toxins that led to Zeus's death.
I think it was a perfect storm in the fact that the dog food made him sick. His vomiting was so violent it caused the spleen to wrap around the stomach, and then everything just went downhill from there.
The food came from an Ohio company called Kinetic, which says it produced and shipped it in June of 2024 with a use-by date of June of this year. The shipment first went to its distributor, Millersburg Feeds, which in turn delivered it to Winter's local supplier, Chuck's Mobile Milling in Connellsville. In a statement to KDKA, Kinetic expressed its condolences to the Winter family, but blamed both the distributor and the supplier for not monitoring their stock and for not destroying expired food so it is not sold to a customer. Quote, as a result, we have terminated, effective immediately, the relationship with both the distributor and the retailer. We hold our partners to high standards, and when those standards are not met, we act. Kinetic says Millersburg Feeds acknowledges it did not act according to standards. Millersburg did not return my phone calls for comment, and Chuck's Mobile told me they would not comment until the test results come back. Kinetic says it's telling both the distributor and supplier to destroy the food and send photographic proof. But Winter says Kinetic is a national company and needs to issue a recall.
I want them to find every out-of-date bag and get it off the market. And I want people to know that if they bought Kinetic product and their dog is not eating it, immediately check that bag and the date on it and do not feed it.
And she says she won't stop until she finds out exactly what killed Zeus so she can protect others.
We have to find out what went wrong. We have to look out for each other, and we have to do better.
Now, there are a lot of unanswered questions here that should be answered once we get the results on this food. The veterinarians say you shouldn't feed your dog expired food. Just because the food is beyond its freshness date doesn't necessarily mean it is contaminated. So we're anxious, Ken, to see whether this food, in fact, was contaminated.
Yeah. Well, so what about that? They sent it off to lab, and now what?
They sent it to the University of Missouri. They're going to test it and hopefully find out if there is a toxin in there, if it is contaminated, and, what killed Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Andy.